My precious child, the one I have been orchestrating circumstances for since before you were born, I need you to hear something that will either frustrate you or liberate you. The choice is yours. The truth is this: you will receive what you have been waiting for when the time is right. Not when you want it. Not when you think you need it. Not when it would be convenient. Not when it would make you look good. When the time is right. And the time being right is not about the calendar. It is about the convergence of your readiness, the readiness of others, and the perfection of my plan. You have been asking me, when, Lord? When will it happen? When will I see the breakthrough? When will the pain end? When will the promise come? And I have been silent not because I am ignoring you, but because the answer is not a date on a calendar. The answer is a condition. The answer is, when the time is right. And that time is determined by factors you cannot see. Factors in the spiritual realm. Factors in the lives of other people. Factors in your own heart that are still being prepared. I know this is not the answer you wanted. You wanted a date. A deadline. Something you could circle on your calendar and count down to. But I do not give dates because dates become idols. Dates become sources of disappointment when they pass. Dates shift your focus from me to the clock. I am not a God of deadlines. I am a God of seasons. And seasons change when the conditions are right, not when the calendar says so. Go ahead and write "I trust your timing" in the comments. Let that be your declaration that you will not demand a date you cannot handle. You have been looking at the clock, but I have been looking at your heart. You have been counting the days, but I have been counting the lessons. You have been asking when, but I have been asking whether you are ready. And the truth is, you are not ready yet. Not because you are not good enough. Not because you have not prayed enough. But because there are things you still need to learn, wounds you still need to heal, patterns you still need to break, and people you still need to forgive. The time is not right because you are not right. Not in a condemning way. In a developmental way. A seed is not wrong for not being a tree. It is just not ready. It needs more time in the soil. More water. More sun. More darkness. You need more time in the soil of preparation. More water of my word. More sun of my presence. More darkness of waiting where you learn to trust when you cannot see. You are not behind. You are not late. You are in the soil. And the soil is exactly where you need to be. Do not rush the sprouting. The sprouting will come when the time is right. Write "I stay in the soil" in the comments. I know you have been tempted to compare your timeline to someone else's. You look at others who received what you are still waiting for, and you wonder why they got it sooner. You wonder what they have that you do not. You wonder if I love them more. But you need to hear this clearly: their time was right for them. Your time will be right for you. Their readiness came sooner. Yours is taking longer. That is not a reflection of my love. It is a reflection of their journey versus yours. The seed of an oak tree takes longer to sprout than the seed of a tomato plant. That does not mean the oak is less loved. It means the oak has a different timeline because it has a different destiny. A tomato plant produces fruit for one season and dies. An oak tree stands for generations. Perhaps your destiny requires deeper roots. Perhaps what I am building in you is meant to last longer than what I built in them. Perhaps the waiting is not a punishment. Perhaps it is a sign that you are an oak, not a tomato. Stop comparing your season to someone else's. You are not running their race. You are running yours. And your race has its own finish line. Trust the trainer. He knows what he is doing. Write I am and Oak in the comments. Dear family, I need to share something important with you. This channel has been demonetized by YouTube, which means we earn nothing from these videos. No ad revenue. No payments. Nothing. Every message you see is the result of hours of prayer, writing, editing, and financial sacrifice. We believe this is a divine assignment, not a business. But we cannot continue without support. If these words have ever touched your heart, please consider supporting us through Buy Me a Coffee. The link is in the description and in the comments. Even the smallest gift keeps this mission alive. Thank you for being part of this family. God sees your generosity, and He promises to pour back into your lap more than you could ever give. Now, I want to speak to something that has been causing you deep pain. You have been waiting for a specific person to change. A spouse. A child. A parent. A friend. You have prayed for them. You have believed for them. You have done everything you know to do. And they have not changed. The marriage is still broken. The child is still wandering. The parent is still cold. The friend is still distant. And you have started to wonder if the time will ever be right. Child, the time will be right for them when they are ready, not when you are ready. You cannot force someone else's timing. You cannot rush someone else's preparation. You cannot pray someone else into readiness before their own heart is willing. I respect the free will I gave them. I will not override it, even for you. So what do? You release them. Not from your prayers, but from your pressure. You stop trying to manipulate their timeline. You stop exhausting yourself trying to change what only I can change. You pray, and then you trust. You believe, and then you release. You hope, and then you let go. Their time is in my hands, not yours. And your time to find peace regardless of their choices, is right now. Write I release their timing in the comments. I know you have been waiting for a financial breakthrough. The numbers are not adding up. The bills are piling higher. The stress is mounting. You have done everything you know to do. You have worked hard. You have been faithful. You have given. And still, the breakthrough has not come. You have started to wonder if the time will ever be right. You need to hear this. The time is not right because you are still learning something that the breakthrough would steal from you. You are learning to trust me when there is no other option. You are learning that I am your provider, not your paycheck. You are learning that your security is in me, not in your bank account. These are lessons that cannot be learned in abundance. They can only be learned in lack. And once you learn them, the abundance will not destroy you. But if you received the abundance before the lessons, the abundance would become a curse. It would make you independent, not dependent. It would make you trust money, not me. You are in the classroom of lack. The lesson is almost over. The exam is almost passed. Do not drop out in the final semester. The breakthrough is coming when the time is right, when you have learned what only this season could teach you. Write I learn in the lack in the comments. There is someone reading this who has been waiting for a physical healing. The pain is constant. The limitations are exhausting. The hope is fading. You have prayed. You have believed. You have been anointed. And still, the healing has not come. You have started to wonder if the time will ever be right for your body to be whole. Child, I am the healer. I have not changed. I still heal. But I also have purposes in suffering that you cannot see. Paul asked me 3 times to remove his thorn in the flesh. I said no. Not because I could not heal him, but because my grace was sufficient for him. His weakness was the platform for my power. People were saved, healed, and delivered through Paul's ministry. Not despite his thorn, but because of it. His suffering was not meaningless. It was missional. I am not saying you will never be healed. I am saying that if the healing has not come, there is a purpose in the waiting. A purpose you cannot see. A purpose that may be bigger than your comfort. A purpose that may involve the salvation of someone who is watching you suffer with faith. Do not waste your suffering by assuming it is meaningless. Ask me what I am doing in it. Ask me what I am doing through it. And when you understand, you will stop begging for healing and start begging for the grace to endure until the time is right. Write I trust you in the suffering in the comments. I want to speak to the person who has been waiting for a dream to be fulfilled. A calling. A purpose. A vision. You have known since you were young that you were meant to do something significant. But the doors have not opened. The opportunities have not come. The resources have not appeared. And you have started to doubt whether the dream was really from me. The dream was from me. I planted it. It is real. It is coming. But the time is not right because you are not yet the person who can carry that dream. The dream is too big for the current version of you. It would crush you. The dream requires a version of you that does not exist yet. A version that is being built through the very waiting you are experiencing. Every delay is construction. Every closed door is demolition of something that would have hindered you. Every disappointment is excavation of something that would have poisoned the dream. You are not behind schedule. You are on schedule. The schedule of becoming. The dream is not late. You are not late. The dream is being fitted to you, and you are being fitted to the dream. When both are ready, the time will be right. And when that time comes, everything will happen faster than you can imagine. Write I become the dream in the comments. Now, I need to warn you about something. In the coming days, you will be tempted to force the timing. Something will happen that makes you feel like you need to act now, decide now, push now. That urgency will feel holy, but it will not be from me. It will be from the enemy, who knows that if you step out before the time is right, you will stumble. When that false urgency comes, pause. Breathe. Pray. Ask me, is this you? And I will show you. The sign will be peace. If you have peace, move. If you do not have peace, wait. Do not let impatience masquerade as faith. Faith trusts my timing. Impatience tries to force it. Be still. The time will be right. Not a moment later than it needs to be. Not a moment sooner than it should be. Exactly on time. Write I wait for the right time in the comments. Leave your like as a seal on this message. Subscribe to this channel. Go in peace, my child. The time is coming. Not your time. My time. And my time is perfect. I love you. I am proud of you. And I am never letting you go. Amen. My precious child, you came back. I knew you would not in a bad way, but in a necessary way. The truth about timing is never easy to hear, especially when you have been waiting for what feels like forever. You wanted a date. You wanted a deadline. You wanted something you could control. Instead, I gave you a mystery. The time is right when the time is right. That answer felt like a non-answer. But it was the most honest answer I could give. Thinking about what I said. Questioning whether you really trust my timing. Feeling the tension between your desperation and my patience. That wrestling is not a sign of weak faith. It is a sign of real faith. Faith that is honest. Faith that asks hard questions. Faith that stays in the room even when the answers are uncomfortable. I am not threatened by your wrestling. I am invited by it. Wrestle with me. Argue with me. Question me. I can handle it. What I cannot handle is you walking away in silent disappointment. What I am about to tell you in this part will either deepen your trust or harden your heart. The choice is yours. I am going to show you what is actually happening during the waiting. Because you have assumed that waiting is empty time. Passive time. Wasted time. But nothing could be further from the truth. The waiting is the most active time in the spiritual realm. The waiting is when I am doing the work that cannot be done in the receiving. The waiting is the forging of the vessel that will hold the blessing. Without the waiting, the blessing would shatter you. Go ahead and write "I honor the waiting" in the comments. Let that be your shift from enduring to embracing. You have been asking me, what is taking so long? And I have been wanting to show you what I am doing. So today, I am going to pull back the curtain. I am going to show you what happens in the spiritual realm while you are waiting in the physical realm. First, I am preparing you. Not passively. Actively. Every day you wait, I am strengthening your faith muscles. Every week you endure, I am deepening your character. Every month you persist, I am expanding your capacity. You cannot see this growth because it happens beneath the surface. Like a seed in the soil, you cannot see the root system developing. You only see the dirt. But the roots are growing. And the roots will determine how tall the tree can grow. If I gave you the blessing before the roots were deep enough, the first strong wind would topple you. The waiting is root growth. Do not despise the dirt. Write "My roots are growing" in the comments. Second, I am preparing the blessing itself. Yes, the blessing is being prepared for you just as you are being prepared for it. The job you are waiting for is being shaped to fit your gifts. The relationship you are waiting for is being healed and matured. The healing you are waiting for is being timed to maximize your testimony. The financial breakthrough you are waiting for is being assembled from pieces you cannot see: people, circumstances, timing, resources. All of it is coming together like a puzzle. And when the final piece clicks into place, everything will happen faster than you can imagine. But the pieces are not all ready yet. Some are still being made. Do not rush the puzzle maker. Write "The blessing is being prepared" in the comments. Third, I am removing obstacles. Obstacles you cannot see. The enemy has placed blockades on your path. Some of them are spiritual. Some are relational. Some are internal: fears, lies, patterns, wounds. While you wait, I am dismantling these blockades one by one. I am exposing the enemy's traps. I am rerouting you around danger. I am healing the wounds that would have made you sabotage the blessing. If I had released the blessing sooner, you would have run straight into a trap. The waiting is not delay. It is demolition. I am clearing the path. When the time is right, the path will be clear, and you will run on it without stumbling. Write "My path is being cleared" in the comments. Dear family, I need to be transparent with you once more. This channel remains demonetized by YouTube, which means we earn nothing from these videos. No ad revenue. No payments. Nothing. Every message you see is the result of hours of prayer, writing, editing, and financial sacrifice. We believe this is a divine assignment, not a business. But we cannot continue without support. If these words have ever touched your heart, please consider supporting us through Buy Me a Coffee. The link is in the description and in the comments. Even the smallest gift keeps this mission alive. Thank you for being part of this family. God sees your generosity, and He promises to pour back into your lap more than you could ever give. Now, I want to speak to something specific. There is someone reading this who has been waiting for a prodigal to return. A child who has wandered. A spouse who has left. A parent who has rejected. You have prayed until your voice cracked. You have believed when all evidence said to give up. And still, they have not come home. The silence has been deafening. The waiting has been agonizing. And you have started to wonder if the time will ever be right. Child, I am the God of the prodigal. I specialize in wandering children. I have not forgotten yours. I have not abandoned them. I am pursuing them even now, in ways you cannot see. But the time is not right because their heart is not ready. You cannot force someone to return before they are willing. If they came back now out of obligation or guilt, they would leave again. They need to come back out of desperation. Out of recognition. Out of brokenness. That recognition cannot be manufactured. It must be experienced. So what do you do while you wait? You do not stop praying. But you stop striving. You release them to me. Not with resignation, but with trust. You pray, Lord, I trust you with them. I trust your timing. I trust your methods. I trust that you love them more than I do. That prayer is the most powerful thing you can pray. It releases your grip and opens your hands. And when your hands are open, you can receive them when they finally come. But if your hands are clenched in anxiety, you will not be able to embrace them when they return. Open your hands. Trust my timing. Write "I trust you" with my prodigal in the comments. There is someone reading this who has been waiting for a marriage. You have prayed for a spouse. You have prepared your heart. You have worked on yourself. And still, no one has come. The years have passed. The loneliness has grown. You have watched friends marry, have children, build lives. And you are still single. You have started to wonder if something is wrong with you. If you missed your chance. If the time will ever be right. Child, nothing is wrong with you. You have not missed your chance. The time is not right because the person I have for you is not ready. They are being prepared, just as you are being prepared. They are healing from past wounds. They are growing in character. They are learning lessons that will make them a good spouse. If you met them now, they would hurt you. Not because they are bad, but because they are not ready. The waiting is protection. You are being protected from a marriage that would destroy you. Trust the protection. The person is coming. When the time is right for both of you, you will meet. And when you meet, you will thank me for every year you waited. Write "I trust you" with my spouse in the comments. I know you have been waiting for a career breakthrough. A promotion. A new job. A business launch. A creative project. You have worked hard. You have been faithful. You have taken steps. And still, the doors have not opened. You have started to wonder if you are on the wrong path. If you missed my direction. If you should give up and do something else. You need to hear this: the doors are not open because the time is not right. Not because the path is wrong. Not because you missed me. But because the people, resources, and circumstances that need to align for your success are not yet aligned. You cannot force a door open before the person on the other side is ready to receive you. You cannot force a business to launch before the market is ready. You cannot force a promotion before the organization is ready to need your gifts. The waiting is not a no. It is a not yet. And the not yet is as much a part of my plan as the yes. Use the waiting to prepare. Get more training. Build more relationships. Save more resources. Develop more skills. When the door finally opens, you will be ready to walk through it. And you will walk through it with confidence, not scrambling. The waiting is not wasted. It is the workshop where you are being equipped. Write "I prepare while I wait" in the comments. I want to speak to the person who has been waiting for a healing. The physical pain has become a constant companion. The limitations have redefined your life. You have prayed for healing. You have been anointed. You have believed. And still, the healing has not come. You have started to wonder if the time will ever be right for your body to be whole. Child, I am the healer. I have not changed. I still heal. But I also have purposes in suffering that you cannot see. The Apostle Paul asked me 3 times to remove his thorn in the flesh. I said no. Not because I could not heal him, but because my grace was sufficient for him. His weakness was the platform for my power. People were saved, healed, and delivered through Paul's ministry, not despite his thorn, but because of it. His suffering was not meaningless. It was missional. I am not saying you will never be healed. I am saying that if the healing has not come, there is a purpose in the waiting. A purpose you cannot see. A purpose that may be bigger than your comfort. A purpose that may involve the salvation of someone who is watching you suffer with faith. Do not waste your suffering by assuming it is meaningless. Ask me what I am doing in it. Ask me what I am doing through it. And when you understand, you will stop begging for healing and start begging for the grace to endure until the time is right. Write "I trust you" in the suffering in the comments. Now, I need to give you a sign. Not a date. Not a deadline. But a sign that the time is getting close. You want to know when the waiting is almost over. So I will tell you. The sign is this. You will stop asking when. The question will fall away. Not because you have given up, but because you have truly trusted. When you reach the place where you no longer need the blessing to be okay, when you are whole and at peace even without it, that is when the blessing will come. Because then it will not destroy you. Then you will steward it well. Then you will not make an idol of it. The sign that the time is near is the death of your desperation. When you can say, "God, even if it never comes, I still have you. You are enough," that is the moment before the breakthrough. That is the final test. And when you pass that test, the blessing will be released. Not because you earned it, but because you finally stopped needing it more than you need me. Write "You are enough" in the comments. Leave your like as a seal on this message. Subscribe to this channel. Go in peace, my child. The time is coming. Closer than you think. But when it comes, you will not be desperate. You will be ready. Because you waited well. I love you. I am proud of you. And I am never letting you go. Amen. My precious child, the culmination of everything I have been building in you across this series. You have made it through the hard truths about timing. You have wrestled with the mystery of the waiting. You have confronted your impatience, released your desperation, and begun to trust that I know what I am doing. And now you are standing at the edge of something that most people never reach, the edge of true, radical, unshakable trust in my timing. I told you that you will receive what you have been waiting for when the time is right. I am going to tell you what happens when that time finally comes. Because it is coming. Not as a distant hope. Not as a vague possibility. It is coming. The time is being prepared even now. The final pieces are being put into place. The last obstacles are being removed. The last lessons are being learned. And when everything is ready. When you are ready, when the blessing is ready, when the circumstances are ready, the time will be right. And everything will change. You have been asking me, how will I know when the time is right? What will it feel like? What will I see? And I have been waiting to tell you, you will know because you will not be looking for it. The time will come when you least expect it, not because I am trying to surprise you, but because you will finally have stopped obsessing. The desperation will have died. The anxiety will have faded. The constant checking, worrying, calculating, strategizing, all of it will have ceased. And in that peace, in that stillness, the blessing will arrive. Quietly. Naturally. Undeniably. You will not have to force it. You will not have to manipulate it. You will not have to beg for it. It will simply be there. One day, you will look up, and what you have been waiting for will have arrived. And you will realize that it arrived not when you were striving, but when you were resting. Not when you were pushing, but when you were trusting. Not when you were desperate, but when you were at peace. Go ahead and write "I will know when I stop looking" in the comments. Let that be your declaration that you are releasing the obsession. I want to describe to you what the moment of receiving will feel like. Not because I am giving you a date, but because I want you to recognize it when it comes. The moment will not be dramatic. It will not be accompanied by fireworks or angel choirs. It will be quiet. Ordinary. Almost anticlimactic. You will expect to feel a rush of emotion, but instead, you will feel peace. Deep, settled, peaceful. The peace of a promise kept. The peace of a long journey ending. The peace of coming home. You will not scream or cry or fall to your knees. At least not immediately. You will simply breathe. A long, deep breath that you did not even realize you had been holding. And in that breath, you will know, the waiting is over. The time was right. And I was faithful. Do not be disappointed if the moment feels small. The biggest miracles often arrive in the smallest packages. The greatest breakthroughs often feel like ordinary moments. The receiving is not about the emotion. It is about the reality. The reality that what you have been waiting for is finally here. And that reality will sustain you far longer than any emotional high. Write "I receive in peace" in the comments. Dear family, this is my final request for support on this series. This channel has been demonetized by YouTube, meaning we earn nothing from ads or views. Every message you see is created through hours of prayer, writing, editing, and financial sacrifice. We believe this is a calling, and we will continue as long as we can. But we cannot do it alone. If this series has touched your heart, please consider supporting us through Buy Me a Coffee. The link is in the description and in the comments. Even the smallest gift keeps this mission alive. Thank you for standing with us. God promises that whatever you give will be returned to you multiplied, pressed down, shaken together, and running over. Now, I want to speak to something that will happen after you receive what you have been waiting for. Because the receiving is not the end. It is the beginning. And many people receive their breakthrough only to lose it because they were not prepared for what comes after. I do not want that to happen to you. After you receive, you will be tempted to forget the waiting. To dismiss it as wasted time. To erase it from your memory. Do not do this. The waiting was not wasted. It was the foundation. If you forget the waiting, you will forget what you learned in it. And if you forget what you learned, you will repeat the mistakes that made the waiting necessary in the first place. Remember the waiting. Honor the waiting. Thank me for the waiting. The waiting made you ready. Do not despise it now that it is over. After you receive, you will be tempted to trust the blessing more than you trust me. The blessing will feel like security. The breakthrough will feel like proof. But the blessing is not your provider. I am. The breakthrough is not your foundation. I am. Do not make an idol out of what I give you. Keep your eyes on me. The giver is greater than the gift. And if you forget that, the gift will become a curse. After you receive, you will be tempted to stop praying, stop seeking, stop growing. The desperation that drove you to your knees will fade. And in its place, complacency will creep in. Do not let it. The same intimacy you had with me in the waiting, the raw, honest, desperate intimacy, protect it. Do not trade it for the comfort of having your prayer answered. I want you close, not just when you need something, but always. Stay close. Even after the blessing comes. Write "I will not forget the waiting" in the comments. I know you are afraid of being disappointed. You have been disappointed before. You have believed that the time was right, and it was not. You have been certain that the breakthrough was coming, and it did not. Those disappointments have left scars. And those scars make it hard for you to trust that this time is different. Child, I understand. I see the scars. I see the hesitancy. I see the way you hold back your hope, protecting yourself from another letdown. You are not wrong to be cautious. But you are wrong to let caution become cynicism. Your past disappointments were not my failures. They were either the enemy's attacks or your own premature expectations. I have never failed you. I have never been late. I have never broken a promise. Every time you thought I let you down, either the timing was not right or the blessing was different than you expected. But I was faithful. I have always been faithful. And I will be faithful this time. Do not let your past wounds dictate your future hope. The time was not right then. It is right now. Or it is almost right. But it is coming. And when it comes, you will see that I was never late. I was never absent. I was never indifferent. I was working. I was preparing. I was loving you through the waiting. Write "My past disappointments do not define my future" in the comments. There is one final instruction I need to give you. This is the most important thing you will do after this message ends. I want you to write down the thing you have been waiting for. Not in general terms. Specifically. Name it. Describe it. Write it on a piece of paper. Then, underneath it, write these words: I trust you with this. Not my timing, but yours. Not my way, but yours. I release this to you completely. Then fold that paper and put it somewhere safe. Do not look at it every day. Do not obsess over it. Do not use it as a checklist. Put it away. And then go live your life. Love the people in front of you. Do the work in front of you. Serve, give, pray, grow. And let the paper do its work in the spiritual realm. That paper is not a contract. It is a declaration. It is an act of surrender. And surrender is the thing that finally unlocks the timing. I write it down and let it go in the comments. Now, child, I want to leave you with a vision. I see you 1 year from now. You are looking back at this moment, at this series, at these words, at this decision to trust my timing. And you are smiling. Not because everything turned out exactly as you planned, but because everything turned out better. The waiting made sense. The delays were protection. The detours were shortcuts. The closed doors were redirections. And you are grateful. Deeply, profoundly grateful. Not just for the blessing, but for the waiting. Because the waiting made you who you are. And you like who you have become. You are not the same desperate, anxious, striving person who started this series. You are patient. You are trusting. You are at peace. You have learned that my timing is perfect, even when it is not your timing. You have learned that waiting is not punishment, but preparation. You have learned that the blessing is not the point, I am the point. And because you learned that, the blessing does not own you. You own it. You steward it. You use it for my glory. That is the life I have for you. That is the future that is coming. Not a life free of waiting. There will always be waiting for the next thing. But a life where waiting does not destroy you. A life where waiting deepens you. A life where you can wait well because you trust the one who sets the timing. You are ready now. Not perfectly. Not without fear. But ready enough. Ready to trust. Ready to release. Ready to wait well. That is all I have ever needed from you. Leave your like as a seal on this entire series. Subscribe to this channel. There will be more messages. Different titles. Different promises. But the same God. The same voice. The same relentless love calling your name. Go in peace, my child. You will receive this when the time is right. And the time is closer than you think. I love you. I am proud of you. And I am never letting you go. Amen.